Welcome back everyone. Up until this point, there has not been much good to evaluate this season with the Lakers, but there have been a few bright spots here and there. One of them would definitely have to be Lonnie Walker, who I plan to talk about more in the future, but it's not really been that difficult to notice his production, as it would be hard to miss his impact on offense. However, putting up points is not the only way to make an impact, and although Lonnie Walker has been pretty good on defense too, another role player who's made an underrated impact for them would have to be Wenyen Gabriel. Now, it might be hard to notice given that it's not been directly reflected by points or anything that would stand out on a box score, but I promise you that he has been making an impact when getting minutes. In order to show that though, we need to look deeper than simply a box score. We need to look at both the advanced stats and at the actual game film too. And then after doing that, it should hopefully become clear why he needs more minutes. Not only that though, but probably more of them with Anthony Davis specifically. But without further ado, let's dive right into it. And we'll begin by talking about his defense, which is without a doubt where he's made the most impact. They brought him in last season to fill a small ball 5 role for them, and it took him some time to get used to it, but now after having more experience with it, along with clearly putting on more muscle, Wenyen Gabriel has taken a big step forward. He no longer routinely gets pushed around down low. I mean, you cannot expect him to match up with a guy like Joel Embiid or anything like that, but he definitely can hold his own down there. And at the time of when I'm recording this video, opponents are shooting only 35% against Gabriel at the rim, which is by far the best on their team for anybody who has defended more than 15 total shots. Now, he might be fouling a bit too much yet, but that would have to be my only complaint with his rim protection, as you cannot really find much more to complain about. Along with holding his matchup to a low field goal percentage, Gabriel has been great at contesting shots. If you take a look at per 48-minute average, he is currently contesting more shots per game than anybody in their rotation, even more than Anthony Davis. And between that, along with his defended field goal percentage, that is a great indicator of his rim protection, which has undeniably been very good for him being more of a power forward rather than a center. Now, that very likely would go down a bit if he was given more playing time, but I think he's shown enough to be given that opportunity, as they're not getting that kind of production from Damian Jones. Not only has Gabriel been a good rim protector for them though, but he's been great at getting deflections too, and that is a luxury to have from a guy who is playing center. If we take another look at per 48-minute average, Gabriel has been deflecting over 6 total passes per game, and that once again is more than anybody within their main rotation. I mean, he's even been averaging more deflections than Anthony Davis when looking at the same per game average, and Anthony Davis is known for being one of the best at that in the entire league at power forward or center. Again, that likely would regress a bit if he were to be given more playing time, but imagine them regularly getting to play together in the same lineup. Purely looking at it from a defensive standpoint, they would theoretically cause a lot of problems on defense, with them currently averaging a combined 11.6 deflections per 48-minute average. And with both of them being relatively switchable, that would not be a problem either. That is the issue they would face with Anthony Davis and Damian Jones together, but they could avoid that with him and Gabriel. I get that they are trying to save Gabriel for when Anthony Davis goes to the bench, but that does not mean they should never play together at all. All they need to do is simply stagger their minutes. And it's not like they haven't done that before either. During their game last night and against the Utah Jazz on November 7th, they started both Anthony Davis and Wenyen Gabriel together. They kept Gabriel in the game until they brought in Westbrook at the 7.5-minute mark, and then they brought Gabriel back to replace Anthony Davis with 2 minutes left to go in the first. And in my opinion, that is the best way for them to manage their center rotation until Thomas Bryant gets back. It would allow Anthony Davis to play a bit more at the 4, and give them the ability to run a 2-big lineup again. I mean, they might as well try it at this point. Anthony Davis continues to complain about playing at the 5, and Wenyen Gabriel is their only other healthy playable center. It should theoretically work with Westbrook coming off the bench now as well. That was the primary reason for them moving in the direction of a small ball lineup, but it does not really make sense for them anymore. They won't be a good 3-point shooting team with or without Gabriel in there, so they may as well try a starting lineup with him and Anthony Davis. It would improve their rim protection, deflections on defense, and without a doubt rebounding too, which is yet another category that Gabriel could help in. He is a pretty good rebounder for a small ball 5, and his strength improvement has helped him to better hold his ground down low. Between him and Anthony Davis, they are grabbing over 23 rebounds per 100 possessions, and if they spend more time on the court together, that would go a long way in improving their team rebounding. Again, if they are going to be missing a ton of 3-point shots anyways, then it might be a good idea to have more rebounding, as they would then give themselves a better chance of getting more of their own misses. It would not all be perfect for them though, as Wenyen Gabriel has not been a shooting threat for them at all, with him yet to make a 3-point shot this season. Although, that might be both a complaint and compliment too. Despite him not taking or making a 3-point shot, he has been very smart about his shot selection, with him currently leading their team in overall field goal percentage. And at this point, they may as well give it a shot. Their small ball lineup has not looked very good lately, and their defense has begun to trend downward. They went from being the 2nd overall rated defense to now being down to the 18th rated defense following their game against Sacramento. And although you can blame a lot of that on their injuries, you can definitely blame some of it on their small ball lineup, along with their overall rotations too. They simply don't look good when Anthony Davis is fatigued, and with him having to make up for a lot of defensive mistakes lately, including when Gabriel could help take some defensive burden off him. It definitely would not be the end-all solution for them, but I do believe it would help them, as Wenyen Gabriel has quietly been an impactful player for them this season. To wrap everything up here though, I believe the Lakers need to think about giving Wenyen Gabriel more minutes. He has so far performed very well on defense, and they desperately need to help Anthony Davis down low. They've now gotten a better look at it during their game against Sacramento, and with how well Gabriel performed, I really don't understand why they would not at least try it. With all of that being said though, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the way Gabriel has been playing this season? And do you believe he should get more minutes? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below and we can talk about it there. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to those of you who took the time to watch until the end of this video, and until the end of all of my videos in general. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn on notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.